Yes. Mr. Raphael Dawkins with the Combat Radio, and we're talking about David Avanesyan versus Terence Crawford. And if my voice sounds a little bit hoarse, you'll please excuse me. Excuse me. We're in the middle of a Arctic snap over here in the UK, and Rafi's got multiple layers. And he's got a little bit throaty, a little bit sore, a little bit hoarse. Okay, so this was Terence Crawford, WBO welterweight El Champion, versus David Avanesyan, high-ranking David Avanesyan. A lot of our American friends, they don't know who he is. They do now. They know that he's a character who's stout of heart, and David Avanesyan is a switch hitter, much like Bud switches from orthodox to southpaw, and he also is a pressure fighter. He will keep coming forward. He'll keep walking up to you, and as you see here, he did so against Terence Bud Crawford, the WBO welterweight El Champion, and he kept his guard up. Talking about Avanesyan as he stepped to Terence Bud Crawford. He had his guard up at all times. Well, he's in the middle of an exchange there, and he was throwing whenever he could. Hooks as he stepped forward. But Terence Bud Crawford kind of reminded me. Terence Bud Crawford has been out of the ring for 12 months and 2 weeks. 12 months and 2 weeks, but he reminded me why I like him so much. And it's because he kept on working. As he was going backwards, he was peppering Avanesyan with left. He was oftentimes southpaw, so he's peppering Avanesyan with that southpaw jab, and he's going upstairs, downstairs, something that the Rafi is an ardent believer of. Don't just keep headhunting. Go upstairs, downstairs, and that's what Terence Bud Crawford did. Kept Avanesyan guessing. Even though Avanesyan was coming forward, he was eating a lot of shots, progressively more shots as the bout grew on. But he never really gave up hope until he gave up hope. until he got we'll come to that in a second. He kept up with the pressure, did Avanesyan. But Terence Bud Crawford, he just had such shot variety. It just reminded me of why I like him so much. Just so much shot variety. And also, another reason I like him so much is he puts work in. He puts it in the bank. He puts work in the bank and he looks to reap the dividends. He invests now and looks to reap the dividends later. Yeah? So it's not all about now. It's about deferred gratification. You know what deferred gratification is? It's you make an investment now, but you don't hope to pull all your money out straight away. You put it in the bank in a high interest account and you let it grow. And Terence Bud Crawford was putting a lot of work in the bank. Upstairs to the head, downstairs to the ribs and the gut and the solar plexus of David Avanesyan. Putting that work in because he knows he will reap the rewards, reap the dividends later. And how did he finish out the thing? How did he finish it out? Oh, that was an interesting point to the fight where he found out that Terrence Bud Crawford. His gloves were a little bit ripped. He had some of the stuffing. Can we see it there? Some of the stuffing protruding. I think there's a, if you look there, if I highlight it there, you see some of the stuffing about to protrude. There was a split in the gloves. And I think there was a split in this glove also on the thumb. Or is it that thumb? But they had a conversation. Ringside officials looked at it and they said carry on. I would imagine they went back to the changing room or had sent a messenger back to the changing room to sound the clarion call and get the replacement gloves up to ringside. And that happened I think in the, was it the 5th round that happened? Or was it the 6th round that happened? Okay, I do know that at the end of the 4th round there was an exchange. There was an exchange led by Terrence Bud Crawford, which had the crowd standing up on their feet. Blistering exchange, more coming from Bud Crawford, but Avanesyan showed that he wasn't there to make up the numbers. He showed that he ain't no punk. And he fired back also. Blistering exchange at the end of the 4th. And then come the 5th, more work, more investments into the bank from Terrence Bud Crawford. I had Terrence Bud Crawford winning every round. That was the 5th. After the late blitz in the 4th. So then we come into the 6th. And this was to be the final stanza, the final round, the last stand of David Avanesyan, because he took a shovel hook, a left shovel hook up to the jaw, and then a right. Was it a right? Was it a left shovel hook? I'm pretty sure it was a left shovel hook up to the jaw, and then a right hook, which finished the job, and David Avanesyan was splayed out on the ground. Let's have a look. Is this it here? Let's see if I can find the moment of impact. David Avanesyan with the high guard there. Fought valiantly. Hold on. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Left hook. Okay, that's not it. I thought that was the end. Let's try and locate this. Is this it? Oh! Left hook. And just before that. Oh! That was the finisher. But before that, there was the right, what was that? That was the right hook, but there was a left shovel hook. Oh geez. Pinpoint accuracy. Okay, let's have a look, see if we can find it. Oh, he was going upstairs, downstairs, and there you see him go downstairs to the bread basket. Oh, and again. And he invested in the body, and in the 6th round, that's when he got his payout. That's when he reaped the rewards of his investment. Remember when I told you he was investing? Yeah. Well, in the 6th round, that's when he reaped the rewards of his investment. Come with it. Okay. Here it comes. Boom. Boom. OMG. And what was that? What was that left? What was that left right? Was that left right? Which left David Avanesyan laid out, splayed out Get the hell out of the way, bro. Get the hell out of the way. Is that Dean White? Dean White was over there? OMG. Yeah, and just by the looks of it, you know that David Avanesyan, he was finished. He was toast. He was done ski. Game over. Game over. That cold left hook, right hook combination. And the first punch was a shovel hook, kind of upward arc. Second one was a more traditional hook. And it was enough. I think that it was the accumulative effect. I think it was the accumulative effect of that work, the investment I done told you about. Crawford had made early on in the fight, or throughout the fight, he was making investments. And in the 6th round, that's when he collected. That's when he collected. That's when he got his return on his early investments. OMG. OMG. And what can one say? Phenomenal work. Congratulations. You know, there was some question mark. This was on Black Prime. Black Prime pay-per-view. I think it was like $40. Much better than the typical American price point of $80 or something like that. My American compadres, you can tell me how much you pay. But yeah, it was on Black Prime, and Rafi actually was up for this. Enjoy the fight. Just put my feet up. My feet were already up after England got knocked out of the World Cup by France over there in Qatar. But I'd seen the Senegal game. I know that England got outplayed for the first 25 minutes until they scored a goal. England scored a goal against the grain of play. Against the grain of play. And I thought, well, yo, they're playing like that against Senegal, then I don't think they're going to beat France. And so it came to be. Harry Kane scored a goal, scored a penalty, and then missed a penalty. OMG. Anyway, congratulations go out to Terence Bud Crawford. He's been out of the ring for a year and 2 weeks, to be precise. But he maintains his WBO welterweight championship. How are you going to see him against Errol Spence? You know, he got something like 10 mil for this up front. So are we going to see him against Errol Spence? Are we going to get to see the fight? You know, Bud Crawford's probably, what, about 34 now? Or is he 34? 35? How old is this cat? He's age 35. OMG. Age 35, southpaw. He ain't getting no younger. 74-inch reach, had a good few inches reach on Avanesyan. So they ain't getting no younger. This shizzle, they gotta get this shizzle on if they're gonna get it on. Talking about Crawford v. Spence, are we ever gonna see it? Hey, really don't know. But this was a very good fight. I was enthused. I enjoyed it. Let's see what's next. Okay, so Mr. Raphael Dawkins. Oh, and for those who haven't checked out who don't know, I had Spencer Fearon on this week or last week, a few days ago. So yeah, very good interview. So if you haven't checked that interview out yet, go ahead and check it out. Matter of fact, I may link it. So if you see something in the top right-hand corner, right about here, you can click on that, and that will be the link to the Spencer and Rafi interview. Okay, so in the meantime, congratulations to Terence Bud Crawford. Commiserations to David Avanesyan. Let's see what happens next in the welterweight division. Sir Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio. It's the likes, it's the subscribe, it's the comments, it's the shares. And it is the hitting the bell icon. Stay updated with news and notifications. Don't forget about the live show. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Sir Raphael Dawkins, the Combat Radio. We are out. Just like David Avanesyan.